Hi, my name is Scott Martin and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. I made this video tutorial for career mode of Kerbal Space Program. Basically there's a slight problem where we've got to build a spacecraft, or an aircraft. We've got to build an aircraft to do focused observational survey of Kerbin, and we've got to do focused temperature survey of Kerbin. If you have been playing this game very long, I've only been playing it 5 days. You've probably run into the videos of Scott Manley, which are excellent. I highly recommend his series Career Mode Guide for Beginners. There's a bunch of them, and he walks you through all this. The problem that I'm having is that in his walkthrough, he uses technologies, the Weasley engine and the radial mount air intake. We don't have those. Radial mount air intake doesn't come into aerodynamics now. Basically, I'm going to show you how to build a plane. The only plane you can build with this level of technologies. You absolutely need aviation because that allows you to build planes. You're going to need flight control because these wings are critical. You're going to, you don't need this. I got general construction. I'm going to use the structural fuselage. If you don't want to get that, if it's too expensive now, you can get advanced rocketry and take just a regular fuel tank and empty the fuel out of it. That'll get you to the same place where we're going to go right now. You go to the spacecraft hangar. We're going to create a new spacecraft, a new airplane, and I've got the cockpit. I'm going to put in a science guy, because science is important, and we need the fuselage, structural fuselage, and we need the tail connector. So there's my basic plane. I'm going to put some wings on this. Everybody is using the swept wings. I have no reason not to. I need to mirror them. I'm going to put them at a little bit of an angle. I don't want them to cover up my science thing. Yeah, they're tilted up a little bit. And here's the key component. You need the AV-R8 winglets. These are going to get you off the ground. This goes like this. Basically, it's going to be parallel to the ground. It's going to sit like that. And that's going to tilt up when you pull up or press S on the keyboard and allow you to take off. We're going to use the Delta Deluxe winglets. We're going to use them as tail fins, but we're actually going to use 3 of them. I want them to have a slight incline, and I want to use one as the tail fin. Now these have some built-in turning capability, but the wings don't, so we're going to add the Evelon. I'm going to, got to kind of rotate them. There we go. Nope, I need 2 of them. Sorry. Well, okay. And so this is what I figured out. We don't have the engines he had. We don't have the intake he has. So we are stuck with using the liquid, very small. It's called Mark 0 because it's that small. It doesn't even get a number for a mark. And it's going to go right here on the tip of the wing. Now I have tried to put these in various locations. I have tried them underneath the wings. I've tried them on the rear tail. This I've found to be the best place to put them. If I was designing a craft, I don't think I would actually put them there, like in real life. But that's what we've got. Here's my engine. My engine goes on the back here. and my intake, of course, goes on the front. Small circular intake. That is the only intake we have access to at this point in the game. Unless you've just lucked upon getting some testing mission where you get a better intake, in which case, more power to you. Go for it. So ground, we've got fixed landing gear. The fixed landing gear is terrible. It's like tricycle kickstands, but there is nothing better. You don't have a choice. They need to go as far back towards the tail as possible because you do not want them interfering with the takeoff. Otherwise your tail is going to drag the ground when you take off the airplane. And then we need one more to go in the front, right here, just somewhere. Cool, beautiful. And a couple other things. This is a take the temperature mission, so we're going to need some science. Hot thermometers. Thermometers get you a lot of science, so I'm going to stick 4 of them on here. Worst case scenario, I don't use them all. They don't weigh much, so they can come back with me. Actually, I want them spread out more than that. Let me do this and this, because we're going to put something else in here. While I'm here, I'm going to show you the center of mass. So this is what we've got set for center of mass. My lift is behind the center of mass, and I want to grab a parachute on the off chance that, well, I need it. If I need it, I'll just use it, but I don't plan on needing it. I figured this design out, and I managed to take off and land with this design, and I think you're going to be fine as long as you can take off. The problem that I have with this design is that it has problems taking off. So there is our ship. There is our spacecraft. I name it Deadline, because I love the whooshing sound that deadlines make as they fly by. Alright, so we're going to save the deadline. Save the deadline. And launch the deadline. Alright, we're on the runway. I'm going to put the brake on because I need a brake. I don't want it to roll backwards. And then I'm going to hit full throttle. And I'm going to, whoops, we forgot to set the parachutes apart. We're going to do that real quick. Alright, engines first. Hit. Take off. I'm hoping I never need those parachutes. I never have, honestly, but, you know, there it is. There's a parachute if I need it. And I've got the brake on. I'm going to take off. Okay, well, so that's not how you do it. I think I hit the W key, which would have grounded me. You know, to me, W is up, and sometimes I get confused. Let's revert to launch. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to put my brake on. I'm going to do full throttle. I'm going to do... I can't do spacebar until I separate these out. Spacebar, and what did I do wrong last time? Something about pressing the W key? Okay, we're going to press the S key this time. And there we go. Easy as that. I'm going to hit T so that my co-pilot, my Kerbal, can fly this because he's a much better pilot than I am. But I want to show you how this thing flies. So here's what we got. I've got a forward motion. This thing's got a lot of maneuverability. I can go straight up. I can go down with a very great degree of control. If I toggle to if I fly to the right, it's going to turn my plane. I can actually flip the plane doing that. I don't want to do that yet because my altitude isn't high enough, but this is, really good for being able to do these missions. It's a nice little plane that I've found is very useful. I'm going to put it in, let's level it off. Take it up for some altitude. You got to hit M and set your mission waypoint. Activate navigation, and M again, and there I am. And I'm going to go to the navigation waypoint, which is way over here. I need to be under 1,800 feet to scan for temperature. That's easy. I think you guys have the hang of this now. This is how you build the plane without the Weasley engine and the radial air intake. So that should get you going. This is my first YouTube video. If you like it, please like it, and I will get famous. Thank you.